This is Excalibur Heavy Battlecruiser, and I won't lie, I'm feeling a bit lonely. Therefore, we shall do a build that focuses on me having friends. Granted, I've done a lot of other builds where I've had an entire army. But with those builds, I often felt like I was doing nothing, while my minions were doing pretty much everything else. This time, however, we're shaking things up. So that I also get to have a weapon, while my minions are... while my allies, my friends, get to be on equal footing with me. Apologies for calling them minions. They are my homies. They don't deserve to be called minions. They are far above that. And from the fact that I picked up and thermal lance, you can probably guess that I'm going for charged shields. This particular combo of weapon and shield also makes it so that you can easily tear apart Spitfire. Not that Spitfire was anything near a threat, even early game. Alright, my first two homies. Very much appreciated. I'll probably need to back off, however. Alas, I am all alone once again. But not to worry, another one shows up. And we'll get War Machine so that my homie has more firepower. That wasn't particularly pleasant. Next up, Ally. So that now I have even more homies to defend me and to defend themselves. Alright, let's go for point defense so that my turrets last longer. Since this is the early game, I shouldn't be too worried about my allies taking too much damage. But my turrets, I gotta make sure they last long enough. Next up, counter artillery. And like that, my turrets are all maxed out. In terms of their own weapon trees. Right, next up, we're going for Echo Strike. Because we cannot have Charged Shot right now. Because that thing's mobility malice would make me too unwieldy myself. I still gotta take care of myself. And make sure that I can move around fast enough, even when I'm using my lance. Alright, let's circle around and take out these mines. I'll scratch that. I'll let my allies take care of this. And speaking of allies, we now have Interceptor. Ow. That wasn't very pleasant. Next up, we have Terminate. And look at that, we have Outmaneuver. The stuff that'll make my interceptors quite a bit more powerful. Alright, wave 40, and we're gonna fight something big. Dreadnought. Better watch out. I'll need to keep my sweet distance from this behemoth. Oh no, I am all alone. And I don't want to be alone against something this fearsome. Alright. We do have an ally. A turret. That definitely hurt. At least I have an interceptor up and running. And the second turret. Next up, we'll go for overpower. Just to give my interceptors even more firepower. And like that, my gang is functionally complete, although there are still improvements to be made. Next up, we should really get adaptive armor. Or maybe just priority 0. That makes more sense, I think. Priority 0 will also unlock stuff like overclock and support specialist, which is the stuff that I really want. Alright, let's go for essence sap. Since my interceptors do technically have my own lances, they should proc up essence sap. Alright, we should probably reroll these in favor of nanotech reconstruction, so that my allies don't die as fast. We are now facing more and more enemy bullets. Ouch! That grenade was not... And look at that! Another boss fight. Not really a boss fight, but pretty much a pseudo-boss. And honestly, way more of a boss than Spitfire or even Warbringer. Alright, stabilization. I'll definitely need that for power reserves specifically. There we go, power reserves. Now I can move around without being lumbered down too much. I like making calamari. And I also like popping up corn and turning them into explosive popcorn. Alright. Next up, we'll take improved thrusters. Instead of being slow and unwieldy, we're now actually pretty decently fast. Granted, that speed advantage will go away once I go for Juggernaut. But for the moment, I like having it. And there's also Deadly Wake. If only Deadly Wake was a more interesting mod by itself. Because most of the time, you're picking up Deadly Wake because you want to get something else that requires it to be unlocked. Alright, time to fight something that is delicious if cooked properly. But it's also very dangerous at the same time. A crab. And in this case, it's Dweller. Thankfully, my allies are doing a decent amount of damage to it. Time to get Bravado, because we gotta level up faster. And also makes me a bit more durable. Time to dodge that hail of bullets. Oh, it came from the same direction. Continue to dodge around. There we go. All things considered, this was actually one of the faster Dweller fights. Next up, we should really get something like Shield Effect Radius. Because we do eventually want charged shields indeed. It's the main reason why I even want to keep around lands for myself. Otherwise, I could have opted for even more homies. There we go, charge shot. Probably want to get to the other side and get some more experience. Yeah, if you're wondering what's going on in real life, it is somewhat cold and chilly out here. Not enough to be alarmingly cold, but enough to make my throat not quite as optimally sounding as usual. Alright, there's focus shields. Now I'm eligible for charge shields. Alright, I think we should let the turrets take care of this one, in all honesty. Okay, probably back off. Hives are never pleasant to fight. Oh look, wave 75. My favorite number. Alright, these are not very appealing options, I will say. Instead, we're going for overclock. Okay, now we have something somewhat large. The big cyan beetle strikes again. Ooh, a good source of XP. Let's see what we're up against now. Uh-oh, Crucible. Granted, if we take down the smaller tree balls, we could be okay. Forgot that I actually don't have strafe. Nice. Spear. Nice. A reroll. Always nice to have some more. Probably want to back off. There we go. That was pretty well done, all things considered. And we shall now get hull strength. Because I indeed do wish to be tankier. Oh look. Some vanguards. Our usual dose of interstellar singularities. Alright, take this fucker out and give me that sweet XP. With that done, we can now go for strafe. Admittedly, there were some pretty intriguing alternative options there, but strafe is very crucial for me. Alright. We're up against a bunch of tiny fries. Tiny purple Thanos fries. Probably back off. Don't exactly like being hit by Myrmidon grenades. There we go. Charge shields. Of course, this will be even stronger once I have weaponized shields. But even so, it's still pretty damn strong right now. Alright, time to incinerate these guys. Always pretty fun, good fun to do. Okay, we're up against Glaucus, and thankfully, since I have my interceptors, this should be a cakewalk once they outmaneuver around. Okay, one of my interceptors is down, and both my turrets are down. Come on, interceptor, stay alive. Probably want to back off from this. It's a tempting looking cargo train though, I will admit. Probably want to back off from this. Let's dodge that. Clear out a path over here. There we go. That took a bit of time, but we're now done. And we'll re-roll around because these upgrades are not very appealing. Okay, there we go. Something else that's actually appealing. Absorption. Yeah, I could have gone for weaponized shields instead, but I don't know. I like to make myself less susceptible to shit ton of small bullets if my shields go out. And my shields will be gone out forever for myself. Once I get shielded constructs, of course. Nice, some more easy XP. And look at that, blast radius. Something else I needed. Oh crud, that's not susceptibly good. That was pretty well done. Both literally and figuratively. Alright, let's go for elegant construction now. Okay, time to square off against some Celestials. I don't want any of that missiles. Those missiles. God damn it, grammar, what happened to you? Alright, let's go for Radiant Shields. Even though 4 constructs will not do much to dilute the shield effect radius and power, I still want my shields to be as large as possible. Alright, there's support specialist. I'm a little less tanky, but my homies are even stronger. And they'll spawn faster as well. Definitely a worthwhile upgrade. Come on, smack down that eclipse. There we go. And we shall go for rapid fire as well. This should make my charge even stronger and give my interceptors more firepower as well. Both in terms of charge shields and further lances as well. Nice. Well done. Next up, it's a toss-up between burst fire and weaponized shields. But between the two, I'd go for weaponized shields. Oh. That wasn't particularly pleasant to fight. Probably want to get to the other side and smack these guys around. More like incinerate them around. There we go. Alright, this may just be time for shielded constructs now. Aw, it got shielded. Even though there's 4 of them, their shield effect radii are still impressively large. Okay, facing down a bit too many enemies. There we go. Alright, now that's done, we can now re-roll around and see what else we can get. Burst Fire being a pretty solid option, but I'd say Adaptive Armor is more appealing right now. Because I am getting assailed by a bunch of enemies. Let's make sure this guy doesn't get shielded. Okay, that works. And the Juggernaut is also down. Let's roll around and destroy this fucker. Alright. What else we're up? Hopefully we'll run into something that I actually want. Like, there we go, Burst Fire. That is indeed a pretty big lance, I will say. Although something that does concern me is that I still haven't stumbled myself into shield cooldown. I found them before, but I'm not finding them again. And right now would be a good time to have it. There goes Warbringer. A whole bunch of yellow. Even more yellow. And now we have a dash of pink as well, which was soon eroded away alongside the yellow. Alright, Revelation. But there's also shield cooldown, which I really want. Alas, I'll have to forego it in favor of Revelation indeed, because it's a rare mod. In terms of mods, wild mods that I can pick up, I'll probably go for either Double Tap or Defiance. Oh look! Our big boy Dreadnought's here. They're laying down the weight. They're laying down the pain. Unfortunately, Dreadnought can tank that pain. Alright, round 2. This time, he's not holding up. Oh look, a bunch of small fry again. Nothing I can't handle. Oh god, let's retreat. There we go. It is indeed a tough decision between the two, but I'd rather go for Defiance. I'm pretty well set in terms of firepower indeed. However, Defiance, you can honestly never get enough. Let's steamroll this Spitfire and its escort of Myrmidons. Oh look, more free experience, along with a literal cargo train to boot. Time to pop more corn. Always satisfying to do so. This build is going around surprisingly well, even though it's nowhere near meta. Pull off. And there we go. That cursed hive thing is also gone. Another upgrade. Hopefully we'll find something I want. Oh look, something I want. Juggernaut. And speaking of juggernauts, let's take this juggernaut down. That went pretty well. Okay, that Vanguard did leave a dent in me. In terms of stuff that I want now, it's Tempest Break, High Explosive, and Apex Machinery. Unfortunately, this guy's gonna get shielded. Or rather, a girl, because people like to call Scion a girl. Alright, time to close in. That could have been disastrous. Let's leave while I can. Okay, don't want any of that shade at me. Let my homies take care of this as well. Ow. Not fun. Thank you for defending me from all that bullshit. Now I'm looking for stuff that I can recover from. Alright, let's take care of this fella. Really good do gotta say, interceptors are pretty effective at taking down eclipses. Especially if they have outmaneuver and echo strike. Uh-oh. Now we're up against something really dangerous. Alongside something that's annoying. Why did you do this to me, game? Oh, never mind. Seraph's dead. And since Seraph's dead, I am pretty much in the clear. Don't really gotta worry about those snakes. My interceptors are also safe and sound from singularity somehow, even though I succumbed to them and nearly destroyed me, even though they won't destroy a player by themselves. Okay, time to gang up on Crucible once again. Once our shield come back up, you will have a gloriously painful time. Let's go. And like that, it got demolished. And there's Apex machinery! Alright, let's gang up on Scion. Because why not? That was pretty quick. Really gotta love the additional firepower my homies now have. Alright, time to demolish this thing. Uh-oh. A cool formation, but one that can give me a lot of trouble. Well, not too much trouble. Damn, my interceptors made quick work of that. Definitely needed that level now. And there's High Explosive. Long time no see, buddy. Very much appreciate your existence here. I'll just about be able to squeeze through 50. I'll just about be able to squeeze through Tempest Break and get within the soft level cap. Alright, wave 265. Some more devastation. Even though it's satisfying to destroy hammerheads, it's not so satisfying when they show up one at a time. Okay, that is quite a lot of enemies there. And look at that, we shall make more calamari. There we go. And now we have some more hives. Thankfully, they are giving me quite a lot of XP. Sadly, it's not always guaranteed to drop experience. Alright, we're facing off another cursed hive. Thankfully, that one dropped quite a lot of XP. Uh-oh, double bulwark, and they're both champions. It's pretty fun that each of my interceptors are going after one. Okay, now they're ganging up on one. And now we'll gang up on this one. There we go. Time to look for shield cooldown. Yeah, I was running dangerously short on rerolls there. Hopefully I'll find flash shielding. And look at that, 2 million. The criteria of which I consider a decent run from a mediocre one. Granted though, with certain builds, 2 million is a lot harder to achieve. And with meta builds, it is surprisingly not that challenging, depending on your RNG. Alright. Another unsatisfying wave. Friggin' mines showing up one by one. Never a fan of that. Never a fan of it. And the hammerhead variant. Also not a fan of celestials. Thankfully my allies got this under control. But this is indeed very sketchy. Okay, get me that cargo train. I need the experience. Oh yeah, thank you. The reroll was honestly the only good thing to come out of that encounter. There we go, Scion's dead, and soon Dreadnought will join her. There we go. Just needed an interceptor to do that work for me. Oh look, someone's back for a rematch. No aid here though. At least, not for my enemies. I'll have all the aid I will need. I'll probably want to stay close to my allies, though. Because holy shit, this is a barrage! Holy cruiser, help me! Alas! I could not quite reach flash shielding and tempest break. And also this kind of wave is just pretty goddamn nuts. The game really wanted me dead there, didn't it? Because I screwed over so many of their friends and companions. I definitely had quite a lot of fun with my homies, though. They served me very well. And were exactly the friends that I needed. Alongside my journey of... I don't know what kind of side. Anyways, with that being said, my name is Excalibur Heavy Battlecruiser, and as always, may the forks be with you all.